Hey there, so if you're anything like me, you're probably always looking for new cool chord progressions that are maybe out of the normal 12-bar blues. And early on you probably had a lot of influences that led you to the blues. That could have been SRV, Clapton, B.B. King, Freddie King, Albert Collins, just to name a few. Today I'm going to show you a classic blues progression that's always stuck with me, and that would be with B.B. King. It's going to be an awesome minor blues progression that's a little bit different than a normal 12-bar blues. I'm going to break this apart and show you guys how this works in 4 different levels. We're going to start on an easy version and then go to a more advanced. This is going to be all rhythm type stuff. The next lesson I'm going to do in this series coming up in a week or so is going to be some lead parts, but for now we're going to focus on getting the fundamentals down that I think you guys are really going to enjoy and show you guys a lot of cool aspects that you can start using today. Let's get started on this and have fun. Okay, so here we go. So this is going to be level 1. So this whole progression has 4 chords in it. It's going to be in the key of B minor. So it's going to be a little bit different than a normal 12-bar blues because it's got a little bit of a jazz flair that adds some extra coolness to it. So we're going to do level 1. So we're going to come down here. This is going to be our first chord. This is going to be the 1 chord. It's going to be B minor. It's a bar chord, so you're going to bar right here and play these strings here. So our next chord is going to be the 4 chord. That's going to be E minor. I like to take my pinky, put it right here on the 3rd fret on the B string. You can let that whole thing ring out because you got the 2 E's here too. Okay, and then this is where it changes a little bit. So then it goes to a 6 chord. So 6 chord is going to be in the key of B minor. It's going to be a G major, but we're going to change it to a G major 7 because that's how B.B. King played it a lot. So we got a G major 7 here. So what we're doing is we're taking our index finger, putting it here on the G note, and then we are muting out this string, the A string here, so we don't want to play that. That's the 6th chord. And then we're going to go back to the 5 chord, which in this case is F sharp. But we're going to change it to an F sharp 7 to make it, give it some blues flair. So like this. So essentially it would be like this. We got the 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 6 chord, the 5 chord. Alright, here's a level 1 example playthrough with the backing track and the band. Okay, so level 2 is we're going to show you move these chords up here, up the neck. This is typically how I would play it with a band, because down here can be a little bit muddy if you've got organs, keys, another guitar player, bass, all that. So if you come up here, you're actually lightening the load. You're giving some different tones because you're playing at a different spot. So I'm going to play B minor like this. So I'm just going to play the top 4 strings here. And I'm muting this out, this A, because I don't want it playing. So what I'm doing is I am, when the drums are hitting, I'm doing the same movement with my hand. So muting while I'm playing right here because I'm muting with my fingers. So okay, so that's the 1 chord, the 4 chords, E minor. E minor is just going to be right here. I'm hitting this E right here because this is the E minor, so it's pretty important you hit that. So that's 1 and 4. The next chord is going to be the G major 7. You can actually play that in a couple different versions. I typically will play it like this. Basically what this is it's a B minor, but we're taking this note, which is a G, and we're turning it into a B minor. Basically, you don't want to get too much into theory, but what happens is it turns into a G major 7 because it's got the G here and the B minor in the bass. So this is a G major 7. This is also a G major 7. But I typically like this version better because it's easier to get to, because the B minor is right here, and then all you got to do is just put your pinky here and you got the G. So this would be the 6th chord. And then the last chord is the 5 chord whenever we're doing the walk down turnaround. So the F sharp 7 would be like this right here. But I like to add a really cool flair to it and play it like this. So this is what a lot of people might consider the Hendrix chord. This is actually what is called the F sharp 7 flat 9. So altogether the chords would be like this. 1 chord, 4 chord, and then the 6th chord, 5 chord, then 1. Also to mention, anytime I play this, I always go back to the 5 chord on the turnaround. Okay, here's the example of me playing with this with a full band on level 2 here. So as we're playing through these levels, I'm showing you all these levels because I want you guys to give you cool options. You can add, mix and match all these different ones together. So the important aspects of playing this is, remember, whoever's singing it, we're trying to back them up. So we're not trying to step on them. Whenever we do a solo or something we would, but we're trying to play the rhythm part, so we're trying to back them up. When I play in a band, it's just normally me playing electric guitar, and then we have keyboard, drums, bass, and a singer. But when we're doing that, I'm always comping with the chords, and then when it's time to solo, then I'll break out and do a little solo. So, okay, so level 3 is going to be where we're going to be doing some sliding action here. So what we're going to do, if you guys missed my lesson on this simple 1-finger chord trick, check the card out. It should be up here somewhere. Check it out. It's going to show you how to play chords with 1 finger, major and minor. So what we're going to do is we're going to play like this. So instead of playing the B minor here, we're going to play it like this. And we're going to slide down here briefly right here. So it's going to be like this. So that would be the 1 B minor, and then we're going to go up here to E minor, do the same thing. Then come back. You don't have to slide down like I do, but it does give it a really cool effect if you guys do that. Something that's pretty awesome to do. And then on the 6th chord, G major 7, I would slide into it like this. And then here would be on the 5 chord, would be the F sharp 7. You would play it here. You come down here and hit the B note. So right here, you're on the B flat. On the pinky, you could go down to the B. So example would be all right, here's a example of me playing with that. Okay, so here's the last level, level 4. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult, but I think it's going to be pretty awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some single note lines into this. So what we're doing is we're doing a little bit of a call and response to the chords we're playing, and we're just adding some more melodic value while we're playing this progression. And remember, we're not trying to step on toes of singers or anything, but we're trying to add some cool context to it. So I would say sometimes use it sparingly. You could use it maybe on just an instrumental portion instead of playing a bunch of lead. You could play these cool little fills and licks in there. So here we go. So this is what we're going to do. So we're going to still play the same chords, but we're going to add some extra stuff to it. So and for this example, we're going to play the B minor like this, like we did before. So we're going to do out of the B minor pentatonic box right here. What we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of movement. So we're going to go. We're going to add that little trick right there. So get that down. So. So once we hit that, then we're going to do a downstroke on to hit the B minor chord. So it's going to sound like this. So we're going to do down up. So we're accenting each time we do this. Okay, so that's the first part. Remember, there are in this blues progression, the B minor set's on here for 4 bars. So we have 4 bars to get through and play this cool little lick piece. So what we're going to do, so that was B bar 1. So we go. That's bar 1. On bar 2, we're going to add a little bit to it. So we're going to go. I know it sounds like a lot, but what we're doing is hammering, open, up to speed it would look like this. And then right there, we're going to hit to the B minor, or the E minor, the 4 chord. So that's the 4 chord. So that part right there was all over the 1 chord, because B minor, because we have all that time, the 4 bars. So then we go to the 4 chord, E minor. So I would typically do like this. And then on this time, I'm going to take the chord, I'm going to take the pinky off. Instead of doing an E minor, I'm going to do an E minor 7. So I'm going to slide up to here. That's just like this. And then we're going to do this pretty quick hammer-on pull-off trick. And then back to the 1. So this is all in B minor pentatonic scale, so that's why we can do it. So. And then once we hit that, we're right here and ready to play the next chord, which is going to be the 6th chord, so G major 7. And then what I would do here is I would slide up and play just a little tiny lick in here, nothing much, just enough to kind of accent it. So we go. And then that would set us up here for the last chord, which is going to be the 5 chord, the F sharp. And then I might slide it up here to the B. And then go back to the B minor. Something like that. I know it's not exact, but here's a little demo of me playing that up to speed that kind of shows you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, that's it for this time. Hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. Hope you got something out of it. Remember, these 4 levels are just to show you different options from an easier to a more advanced version. That's the whole point of this. Check out some other lessons I've done here on blues and different chord progressions. And if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed to the channel, I really would appreciate that. It helps me out. Also, check out any of the affiliate links down below. If you guys are looking to purchase something, that always gives me a little kickback as well. Have a great day. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.